This is one of our most controversial comparos ever, not just in the results, but even in the matchup itself. The 480 horsepower twin-turbo Nissan GT-R makes its first comparo appearance and anchors the test here. Much anticipated and much hyped, the GT-R has lived a long virtual life here in the US in video game form. But now that the real car is here, we struggle to find the right competition. The Porsche 911 Turbo seems a worthy opponent. Twin turbos, 480 horsepower, all-wheel drive. Sound familiar? The 911 Turbo was Nissan's benchmark when developing the GT-R. To round out this comparison test, as well as to offer various forum members something to bicker about, we chose one of our favorite cars to drive, the BMW M3 Coupe. No turbos here, a screaming 414 horsepower 4-liter V8 that revs to 8,400 RPMs powers the rear wheels. The 911 brings 45 years of true sports car heritage to this test. Its tactile steering and instant response to driver inputs makes for one precise ride. It takes some finesse to keep the 911 in line, but it will do whatever you tell it to as long as you tell it the right thing. A 0 to 60 time of 3.5 seconds was the best in this group. A flawless red leather interior and great Porsche design throughout screams, "I paid a lot for this car." The as-tested price of $135,000 is enough to buy a GT-R and an M3. The 911 is a great car, but suffers from a Nazi shifter, abrupt clutch take-up, and a high list price. And frankly, we prefer the less expensive, naturally aspirated 911 variants. So the 911 Turbo came in third. Electronic gamers have heralded the arrival of the real GT-R with plenty of opinion, and cell phone cameras. Everywhere we went, we were questioned, flagged down, chased, and stalked. While not classically beautiful, the GT-R is definitely eye-catching. Using the automated launch control sequence, drops the clutch at 4,400 RPM. There's a minimal amount of wheel spin as all four wheels hook up and hurl you towards 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds. The multi-function gauge display offers 11 separate screens of information in case you get tired of looking at all the road you're swallowing. There's a tremendous amount of technology under the skin, and it's all set up to make this a great track car. On public roads, we found its ride to be somewhat harsh, even in comfort mode. Now don't throw anything at your computer monitor. Despite its superior performance, the GT-R just wasn't as enjoyable to drive as the M3 and came in second. Aside from wild internet chatter that BMW paid us to win, seriously, how does a seemingly conventional daily driver compete with these two supercars? But the M3 is a pretty special car that just happens to be dressed up in street clothes. And in this four-wheel drive group, the BMW is the car that the driver has the most control over. Plus it has perfect front seats, a real back seat and trunk, and overall greater practicality. Its 4.4 second 0 to 60 time is almost a second longer than the Porsche, but the noise from the lusty 4-liter V8 makes up all that difference. It's a sound seldom heard outside of racetracks. The car goes around a track without drama and allows the driver to use it as a precise instrument. The M3 offers an unparalleled mix of hassle-free livability and stunning performance. It's a car that we'd be happy to live with forever.